Very special show today. Routinely, we like to bring information to you, the public, that the mainstream media won't cover. We're very proud of doing that because it shows that we were right about the facts. And the reason that more people don't support CalExit is they're just not aware of the facts. We saw that with the Warner Brothers documentary, 8-part series on myself and the CalExit movement, where it admitted a lot of the things that we had said for years were true. One of the things that we've also said routinely is that Americans don't like Californians in general. The majority of Americans don't like Californians. They don't view America as similar to Californians. They view Californians as not like them and kind of a foreign people, and one that they really don't like and are kind of disgusted with. We've covered this numerous times on this channel, instances of popular culture and social media posts showing what real Americans think. Today's no different. This week, recently, Instagram had a post. Now, this was the title of that post. If the U.S. had to get rid of one state, which one do you pick? That was the question on an Instagram post. We looked at that Instagram post, and it was astounding the amount of responses. Everyone said, screw California, I'm from America, go ahead and get the hell out. And no other state came even close. This is a 2-part series. We're going to show you all the evidence so that you can know that it did happen because the mainstream media won't show you. And we'll cover that in just a second. But first, check this out. If the U.S. has to get rid of one state, which one do you pick? That's the question. This is a 2-part series because we wanted to show you the reactions from Californians and from Americans. And so we're going to show you all that. And that's why you did 2 different videos to show screen grabs of all the material. So you can see it here in the videos, but you can also look at the screen grab of the video thumbnail that's on the Yes California YouTube page and see all the source material directly without even watching the videos. So let's get into it. I'm going to do a share screen. This is the post. It was replied to or started by the Muff Report, Twitter, Natalie Jacoby 1. And here's Natalie at Natalie Jacoby 1. The U.S. has to get rid of one state. Which one do you pick? This happened very recently. Now, I can't show you the comments here because you have to be registered through this, but 2,174 likes. So about a couple thousand people participated in this question. You can already see where people were saying California, etc. So let me show you the responses that people actually gave. That was the post. Let me show you the responses. Now, here are all the Americans who responded to this quote from Natalie Jacoby. We'll show you in detail. The U.S. has to get rid of one state. Which one do you pick? Here's all these Americans said to kick out California. Nate the Great, 954. Beauty Geek. Here, just want to make sure everybody can see this real clear. These people exist. Beauty Geek. The Real Jason 247. SR Stevenson. Frog 1202. I'm Wide Awake 2020. Silver Streak. Joey Prane 23. CDK MIA. Kira Leah. Dakota Goldman. Robert Christopher Fox. The Bishop Nora. John M. Dudek. Porter Giff. Heather Maxwell. Hopper Sherry. Kelsey J. Canfield. Brady Huffer, Julie Ann Pacini, It's Me, DX Vid, Brandon J. Lawson the 12th, Jill Early, Backhand Sauce, Suppa We Some Peoples, Ebald Watal, Amatri N. Pierre Moy, Miss Mostly Right, Chuck Brisket, Mike Cook 82, Jack Schaffner, Frankenstein, Live to Suffer, O. Dan Ridge, Jen Fix, Crash David, The Real JS24, Shell Landon, Tom Don M. Garad 334, Destiny Lace, Albert TV, TRL Jab 23, Christy Inns, Snake the Daddy, Randy Marshuser 4578, Forrest Gilson, Clegums, Jillian Summers, Leslie Gornow, Nimit.c, Naughty Scotty 26, Kung Fu Jesus, Nerman.c, Destiny Lace, Michael 63 2001, Quan 7390, Uncle Disarono, Christy Inns, we already covered that. Albert TV, already covered that. Trilab 23, Naughty Scotty, covered that. Shell Landon, Forrest Joe, covered that. Tom Don. Some of these are repeats. Sorry, that M. Garad down to TL Jab. Sorry, that's the only repeats so far. These are not repeats. Party Troopers, Hev Respel, Cindy Bond, Burl 22, Onyx 6 Day, Dallas Reese, the Brian Flannery, Afro 26, Zentify 7, the Real JS, CMB Pitts 513, Herbs Pillman, Tori HSA, the John Hendy, Mr. Brizzle XYU, Milt 907, Molly USD2, Jabubba, Ginger Freight 88, Jeff Tipton, Wild K4T, getting close. Wendy Newpney, Ricardo 54, Kelly Lim, Kelly Pie, Goose, Brian Elizabeth, Brittany Elizabeth, Mythig 84, I Bleed Orange 998, Ants 4-Way, Chris 515, Hawk J13, Struce Thinko, BG Vaha, Jakey Battlefield, Frankenstein, Miguel Ortiz, Pitzwez 73, C. Pavatau, Dena Buxka, Gary Laceres, Heather 1A, Clavo 34, more H2O, please. Forrest Jill Johnson, we already got her. Bilbin Forager, 3 Doctor 713, Taylor Forager Lane. So about 7 of those were repeats. I apologize. But you can see about there's 50 people. Now, here's the thing that's about this. There were people who suggested Florida, and there were people who suggested Texas, about 7. So you had about 7 people say Texas and about 7 people say Florida, and then you had about 50 to 60 people say California. Do you see how that's not even comparable? You can go to the Instagram post. The link is in the video, and you can check it out for yourself. You have a few people say Texas and Florida, and then you have 5 to 6 times that amount of people say California specifically. You saw the evidence. You saw the posts. We didn't make that post. We don't know these people. They're just backing up something we've said for a decade. America hates California and would gladly see it go. Here's 50 to 60 people this week from America who completely agreed. But that's not the whole story. The other half of the story is something else that we've also been talking about in CalExit. Namely that Californians aren't aware of how bad the situation is. These are quotes from Californians in response to these. So response to all these people saying, kick out California. Here's some of the comments. People saying California clearly don't realize that this is where an enormous chunk of our GDP comes from. You think Pennsylvania, Mississippi, and all those states are poor now. Wait until California decides it's done with your BS. 179 people said that, and that's Myrna Kabu. L. Ricky Pips says, I was going to say as a Californian, we should peace out for the very reason you mentioned. Why are we subsidizing everyone else? So L. Ricky Pips, that's exactly what we say at CalExit. Why are you putting up with this abuse of people who hate you and you subsidize them? L. Ricky Pips gets it. That is exactly the attitude that we have. I've never heard of this guy. I have no contact with him. How come L. Ricky Pips is saying the exact same thing as the 120,000 member CalExit movement when we have no contact with him? Unless this concept's in the air and people in California know it. Sim Oskovitz says, for everyone saying California, stay mad. Like, why are you so obsessed with us? Stacy SF says, the California votes are astonishing. California does not need the other 48. The other 48 needs California. Sharon Little, 001, agreed with Stacy SF and said, California doesn't really need the other 49. 243 people backed up Sharon Little when she said California doesn't really need the other 49. Jackie Beat says to everyone saying California, then stop enjoying all the TV, movies, fashion, wine, music, etc. 88 people of that. People saying California have probably never been here. It's literally the best state. 422 people. So here's Myrna Caboose saying, why are people saying California so much? And here's Sim Oskovitz saying, why does everyone hella hate California? And here's Stacy SF saying, wow, people hate on California. It's so astonishing. Here's Jackie Beat going, well, I'm exasperated that you hate us, and just don't watch anything we do. And then here's FV El Toro, people saying California probably never been here. So that's 1, 2, 3, about 6 Californians who saw this, all this hate, and were freaked out and shocked. So these Californians saw this, and then they were like, oh my God, why do these other states hate us so much? The California votes are astonishing. We should say peace out for you. L. Ricky Pips, we should say peace out to you for this reason. Stacy F. and Sharon Little say the other thing that CalExit says, we don't need you. We have no knowledge of any of these people or any context. So how come these people are saying the same things we've been saying in CalExit exactly as we say it? And how come they're still surprised at this much hate when we've been saying it for a decade? That's it. That's the show. You saw the examples. I'm going to do another one, literally showing the same things, but this is the main show. There was a survey on what state do you want to have kicked out of America this week, and people massively, overwhelmingly, by a factor of 5 to 6, said California versus anything. And it was so extreme that Californians were shocked by the level of hate directed to them. Everything we've been saying for a decade, and the media says we're not right. The mainstream media in California said we could never get the votes to go because Americans would be weeping in the streets the moment that star fell from the flag. We knew that was not true the whole time, although the media said it. And we continue to get these examples that we didn't do that prove everything we've been saying. California media is wrong. Americans don't like us, and they would happily see us gone. That's a fact. We continue to provide you observation data. Let's take a couple comments. If they're relevant, we'll cover it. If not, we won't. Hey, Mania Daniel, what's going on? How you doing? Daniel Santoro, what's up? It's good to see you guys. How's it going? How's it going? I'm going to end this show and start the second show, which is really just a repeat of this, but it has a different screen grab. So there's 2 shows. One shows the Californians who are exasperated, and one shows all the nasty comments from Americans. So I got to put content in both. So I'm going to be right back in another second with another show, basically on the same topic. Daniel and both Daniel Santora and Mania Daniel. Oh, it's the same guy. Okay. Well, join me for the next show. I'm going to start that in a few seconds. Okay.